For the last time this week, I welcome you to Silverstone in a Clio. We are here in split 4 of week 3 of the Clio Cup SoF League, running during the officials, as hopefully everyone knows by now, so easy to join, easy to participate. For the third time in a row, we have 4 splits, which is really nice. And yeah, everyone will be looking on one man specifically because the winner of the first and second ever split 4 race, he is in this one as well. Can he three-peat? 3 races, 3 wins. We might got part of an answer because he is back in pole position. Rejewski, 3 races, 3 pole positions, and we are racing, ladies and gentlemen. Split 4 is on its way for the 3rd time ever, the 3rd time this season. And great start from Rejewski. We are looking in the back. Everyone seems... Yep, everyone survived Cobb's corner. Always a solid start if everyone survives turn 1. And now we take a look if this continues like this. That would be lovely. Someone was pretty... Mr. Remnant, there's a cone underneath your car. I don't know if you want to have it. Just a heads up. Oh, someone is sliding in the foreground there. That was Michael Chapman. That was a super slide, so to speak, but sadly, super slides in the racing cars rarely are super fast. And he lost a lot of positions. Back to P50. A car is entering the pits. That's Marc-André Archambault. Oh yeah, okay, we are... Welcome to Split 4, everyone. We expect mistakes. We expect moves that don't work as intended. So yeah, we always be a bit nicer around Split 4, but this doesn't mean that everything is allowed, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all of you know that. Inish Elbes, a new name. Javi Perez, another new name for me. I mean, this is also nice to have new names, and you always think to yourself, okay, they drive for the first time in the SoF. Will they appear more often? Do they even know that there is a broadcast and an SoF league around that time slot in particular? There's the code from earlier. Chapman on the outside, Alan Roberts. I think he had a slowdown because he was not accelerating. Anyway, let's take a look at the standings as they are at almost the 3-minute mark. Arjen Rejewski in the lead, but only 0.8 seconds. There is Chris Stansfield. He is close with him. Adam Brockton, he is in P3, already over 2 seconds behind the two. Richard Nichols in P4 and David Olarte in P5. Max Finn, we just currently with him. He got past Lewis Benny. And back to Enish Elbes and Javi Perez with Paul Remnant behind him, who lost his cone friend. Oi, 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 oi. Oh, big incident. Big incident. This turned from bad to worse. And oh. I don't really know what happened. All I know is that we had pandemonium. But like I said, this is split for 3 cars in the pits. Aye. This was a big one. This was a big one. Not the biggest crash we've seen in the Clio Cup SoF, but it was nasty. Nichols locking up against Brockton into Lovefield. He's in the outside. And will stay there for the time being. Chris Forrester and Alan Roberts, P11 and P12. Forrester started from the final row, so he worked a little bit. Of course, 4 cars in the pits is helping with that. And Marc-Andre Archambault also was in the pits, so gaining positions by doing not a lot. And driving this far outside also does not help a lot in gaining positions. But like I said, this is split 4. We expect shenanigans. Not at the top though. Rejewski was able to put in a gap between him and Stansfield, 1.9 seconds. Richard Nichols and Adam Brockton. Nichols is in the meantime got past him, almost 3 seconds between them. But this battle ain't over. It ain't over. If Brockton can stay with him, could be interesting. Cars are leaving the pits. There's a bit of a gap to the leaders. So blue flag action is possible. And please no further incidents with blue flags. We don't need blue flag incidents. No. Javi Perez chasing Aaron Williams. Number 16 in P6. This would be a nice iRating gain. I think Aaron Williams was the driver in last week's split 4 race going wide. That was not what I meant to say. That I described as a super conservative and mindful driving. Careful. So interesting to see if this repeats, especially in battles like for P6 here with Javi Perez. We will have a look at it as the race goes on. Nichols got a bit of a gap between him and Adam Brockton, so this battle is most likely done and dusted until a mistake. Of course, mistakes can always happen, we know that. I'm currently taking a look at the minimap to look at lapped cars. There is one between P5 and 6. There's a huge gap though, so no harm there. Rejewski about to lap Andrew Sharman. He is the P17 driver. Yeah, Rejewski now over 3 seconds. So Stansfield was able to keep up with him in the early... Whoa, look at this! Battle for P3 is back on. And there is a bump there. Not so nice. Not good for the car as well. And battles a bit behind there as well. Williams, Perez and McIntyre. Scott McIntyre, another driver I see for the first time in the SoF race. Nichols and Brockton. This is interesting. The fight is back on. No more done and dusted. So a nice battle for P3. P1 was able to get past Andrew Sharman with no further incidents and accidents. Brockton goes wide. Richard Nichols says thank you. And he is back in P3. Interesting battle there. Interesting battle there. And maybe David Olarte can also chime in. But yeah, like I said last week, Marcin Rejewski, he is not a split 4 driver. He is simply not a split 4 driver. I mean, this is the third split 4 race in the history. I hope I just said split 4 when I said that he's not a split 4 driver, not... But, you know, after 4 broadcasts back to back to back, you start to get a little mushy. But yeah, he is not a split 4 driver. I mean, we have 3 split 4 races so far. I mean, this is the third, so we had 2. He won 2. He drove on pole in 2. And he had the fastest lap in 2. And at least he has now 3 poles. Scott McIntyre, he has connection issues. I noticed him blinking a lot. A lot. David Olarte and Adam Brockton for P4. Now there's a gap between Nichols and Brockton, so maybe no longer for P3, but for P4 a battle. Meanwhile, Perez, McIntyre, and Elbes also, because Aaron Williams was able to get a bit of a gap between him and Javi Perez. Like I said, as the number 16 driver, this means a nice iRating gain, if he can keep it. McIntyre on the inside, Perez outside, Elbes right behind him. Oh, that blinking is so... It's the worst feeling if the person you are battling is blinking all the time, because you never know when do they reappear, where are they. It's anything but fun. But so far, so good. I mean, it was an intense starting phase, the first 4 minutes, with that one huge incident. Yeah, he's blinking a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. But after that, it somewhat calmed down in the crash department. Which is good. Which is good. And now McIntyre on the outside. Perez on the inside. This is for P7. Would be nice for McIntyre. He's the number 10 car. Always talking about iRating there, of course. Elbes, he is looking, and McIntyre goes wide, so maybe this is the opportunity for Elbes to get into P8. And now we're in this situation, like I tell you, it's super uncomfortable when the car around you is blinking. But Elbes did it, takes a tighter line than McIntyre, for example, is now in P8. Meanwhile, Andrew Sharman also got lapped by P2, about to be lapped by Richard Nichols. So far, it seems that he makes space, which is good. I mean, your race is over anyway, basically, so at least don't ruin the others' races, is my MO. And so far, he does it a lot. And I have nothing against Scott McIntyre, but if the camera always focuses on the blinking car, it's not a good presentation. So thankfully we also have a different battle here. Marc-Andre Archambault and Maxim Nietetsky. I gave it my best shot. I'm sorry. I really tried. Archambault, he was in the pits after lap 1. We don't know what happened to him, but he was. Now he is in P13. And back to the battle of the blinker and Javi Perez. he's doing a good job, Perez, in defending, and Albus, I believe he can be faster. I have the strong feeling that he could be faster, but, you know, overtaking is a different beast. But maybe now he is on the inside for Cobb's corner. This gives him a prime opportunity. Now a good line through the corner, no counter. No. Good job by Enes Elbas from Turkey. Now Perez has to watch out to not lose more positions to, for example, Scott McIntyre. Bad line by McIntyre, super wide, but now at least he has the inside, but he's too far away. He is too far away, and Chris Forrester! Where did you come? Hello! And the blinking continues. Please focus on Forrester. Thank you. P9? After starting from 17 or 18. I don't know which one it was. But it's a good redemption. It's a good redemption. And let's take a look at the timetable. Yeah, the top positions are settled. Rejewski 6 seconds now in front of Stansfield, who also has a nice gap of over 2 seconds to Nichols, almost 2 seconds then to Brockton and Olarte. He's close, but not close enough. But Chris Forrester, he is close, side by side in fact, even a little bit in front now. Maggots, McIntyre got wide. Forrester, this is good, this is good. You have a chance now. Down to Brooklands, even though I think we will jump to Rejewski in any moment now, because he is crossing the line. Win number 3 in race number 3 in split 4. You, mister, you need to be higher up. Listen to me. You need to be at least in split 3. At least. And I'm looking at the timetable. It seems as if Perez was able to defend against Forrester. Yep. Aaron Williams. P6 for the number 16 car. Nice result for him. Congratulations. Nicely done. And now we are waiting for everyone to cross the finish line. I think the last car we will see is... No, I think Max Finn was the first that finished, in fact. I believe we are waiting for Maxim Nietetsky. I really try. I'm sorry if I butcher your name. I do my best here. And Max Finn also crossing the finish line here in split 4. And the results, Rejewski wins once again. Oh, I wonder who leads in the split 4 championship. We will take a look in just a moment. I wonder why, I wonder how. And I start to sing, oh God's name. No, Mr. Broadcaster. No. I know 4 races in a row is hard, especially with all the production that goes into them. But enough of this, we go right to the standings before Mr. Broadcaster gets into stupid ideas. See you at the standings. And for the final time this week, we take a look at the official standings. As always, link is in the description if you want to take a look for yourself. And we are focusing on our split 4 drivers, and of course this means a little bit of looking for them. But I have the odd feeling to know who will be the first driver to appear from our split 4 crew. And as expected, Marcin Rejewski. And I don't want to make it about the point system on the website, but I have the strong feeling that certain things would look different if we had a different point system, because Rejewski, he won all 3 split 4 races, and he has the same amount of points as Richard Nichols, who was also in all split 4 races and always behind him. So, not making about it, but you get my point. Stansfield, who got in P2, he has the same amount of points as Rejewski. Chris Forrester I see, Aaron Williams I see, Paul Remnant was also there. So yeah, quite a few split 4 drivers. But how would it look for these drivers if we had a different point system? I wonder. But we have something to take a look for these drivers, and I subtly hinted at it. I wonder who leads Split 4 Championship. Of course, it's the guy who won every race so far in Split 4, Marcin Rejewski. But Nichols, he is also consistent. A P2, a P3, a P4. So he is in a pretty safe second place. Aaron Williams also 3 races in Split 4 as well. Helps him to get into the top 3. So far, 40 drivers have driven in the 4th split thus far. Many of them, of course, just once because, yeah, it's a logical thing. But it's nice to see a few drivers appearing more than once. Other drivers, Sebastian Müller has 2 races in Split 4 so far. Louis Benny, Paul Remnant, Andrew Sharman. So yeah, hopefully to see some of you more often, like becoming regulars would be nice, and that would mean the chances that you guys get into Split 3 and onwards would be pretty high. And I would be hyped for that, because like I said, Rejewski, he's anything but a Split 4 driver. I mean, look at it. There is nothing else to add to it. But we can add one more thing to end the week 3 broadcasting, and that is the highlights. A few highlights from Split 4 to end the week 3 that is. Next week we are in Alton Park, and I'm looking forward to this as well. I hope you do as well, and I wish you a good day wherever you are, and hopefully we will see you back in Alton Park.